Good evening, faculty, administrators, family, friends, distinguished members of the School Board of Directors, Superintendent Dr. Robert Frazier, and most especially the class of 2020. My name is Mr. Al Funk, and it is my privilege to serve as the principal of this fine institution. It is also my honor to preside over Council Rock High School South's first ever virtual commencement exercise. To the graduates and their families, thank you for inviting us into your family rooms, your living rooms, or wherever you may be watching this broadcast. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Corey Axler, music teacher and director of South's Choir, accompanied by Mr. John Burns, music teacher and marching band director, to lead us in the singing of our national anthem. Please remain standing after the anthem for a moment of silence.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched looked so gallantly streaming, and the rockets declare the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? O'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
This year, we remember in a special way all those who have lost their lives due to COVID-19. We unite our thoughts with all those who have lost loved ones globally, nationally, and locally. We pause. Thank you. Please be seated. I would like to start today by acknowledging some special folks in our viewing audience. We know that high school graduation is the culmination of an educational journey which spans kindergarten through 12th grade. Please join me in applauding the Council Rock Elementary, Middle, and High School staff. I would also like to recognize an outstanding educational leader who has guided the graduating class over the last 720 academic days. He wears many hats here at South: athletic director, administrative liaison, facilities coordinator, but by far his greatest role is that of principal of the class of 2020. And he has fulfilled that role with abundant caring and professionalism. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Scott Lair. In a class filled with academic achievers, there are those students who have distinguished themselves at the very highest level of educational excellence. Designated with a silver medallion in our presentation, representing the top 10% of the class, congratulations to the Council Rock High School South Scholars. And designated with a gold medallion in the presentation, they are situated at the very head of the class. We salute the top 2% of all graduating seniors, the distinguished scholars. In an ever increasingly turbulent world, it takes brave men and women to stand up for freedom and democracy. At this time, I would like to acknowledge any student enlisting in the armed services, entering an ROTC program, or attending one of the service academies. At this time, I would like to present the president of the class of 2020, Mr. Kevin McNamee, a plaque which will be hung in our main lobby for years to come. The plaque is a senior panoramic photo and is engraved as follows: dedicated to the class of 2020, your resilience and perseverance in the face of COVID-19 was inspirational. Kevin? In sports, especially football, they refer to it as a broken or busted play. It is a term to describe a play that goes unintentionally wrong right after the ball is snapped. In many respects, the second semester for the class of 2020 has been like one big busted play. This is not how we drew it up in the playbook, folks. Who could have planned, predicted, or envisioned what transpired over the last several months? However, some of the most famous, some of the most talked about, some of the most spectacular plays in the history of football are busted plays. Whether it is a quarterback picking up the ball from the turf after a fumble and still completing a touchdown pass, or a running back leaving his blockers, taking off in the opposite direction and finding daylight, these impromptu acts can be amazing. That is you, the class of 2020, amazing and legendary in the face of adversity. And the qualities that it takes for a busted play to turn out successfully are the very same qualities you have exhibited, not only recently, but also during the last 4 years. Grit and determination, perseverance in the face of obstacles, grace under pressure, resilience and strength. Class of 2020, this was not the play that we drew up, but it is a spectacular play nonetheless. Congratulations. It gives me great pleasure to now introduce the first of 3 graduation speakers. Class President Kevin McNamee embodies the spirit and vitality of this wonderful class. Next year, Kevin will be studying marketing and communications at Westchester University. Please welcome Kevin.
Good evening. I would first like to thank our administration, staff, family, and friends for everything you have done for us along our journey. Now, I would like to congratulate us, the class of 2020. I hope everyone is in good health and staying safe during these times of uncertainty and confusion. Today, we celebrate the end of a chapter, the end of our Council Rock years. Unfortunately, we did not get to live out these final months and create the last of our memories in the way we had wanted. Instead, we were forced to stay at home and isolate from one another. Although devastated over this seemingly impossible reality, we were fortunate to have our families and our teachers there for us every step of the way. Soon, we will be moving on to the next step in our lives, and many of us will be leaving home for the first time. If I could point to one silver lining of this whole pandemic, it would be the opportunity to spend quality time with the people who love us most. Before we know it, that precious family time won't be so easy for some of us to get. My family had an obsession during the quarantine with jigsaw puzzles. We finished all sorts of puzzles. puzzles with scenic views, puzzles of significant moments in history, and even a puzzle of a pug named Doug eating junk food on the couch. Putting together all those pieces had me thinking about how a puzzle was a lot like our experience here at Council Rock South. We first arrive as freshmen, not really familiar with each other yet, but with the knowledge that we all fit together as the class of 2020. The first step to every puzzle is to pick out the edge pieces and create the framework. During our early awkward freshman phase, we found friends we like to hang around and the things we like to do. After the border of the puzzle is complete, you start to put together the similar pieces, the pieces that you know just go together. This is when we discovered those with whom we shared common interests with and found we actually had time to talk to one another in between classes. We made meaningful relationships with new friends and even our teachers. Some turn those relationships into a little high school love story, which is kind of like having your know-it-all brother or sister help you with that puzzle. It could go either really good or end really badly. As you keep connecting the pieces, you start dividing them into similar colors. We showed off our true gold and blue colors at events we will never forget. Going to watch the school play, screaming in the stands at Friday night football games, and sweating up a storm dancing at winter ball. These are just some of the moments that really made our high school one we will never forget. The more and more you work at that puzzle, the more and more you begin to see the bigger picture and start to appreciate what you have accomplished. As our puzzle of high school was coming to an end, we were told the last pieces would never be placed. The entire nation is being told we are in this together but alone. And for us, the class of 2020, we don't want to be alone. We need to be together. We were in diapers during 9/11 when our country faced the worst terrorist attacks on American soil. Now we graduate, facing a global pandemic over which we have no control. We have strengthened our ability to know what we can and cannot control and how to always look forward to the future with optimism. Sure, we didn't think we were going to spend our last months in high school locked in our homes, watching Netflix and making TikToks, but we did. One of the greatest basketball players in NBA history, Michael Jordan, said, "Always turn a negative situation into a positive situation." We didn't let those missing pieces get to us. Instead, we showed our resilience, made the most of the time we had with our family, and have joined together to celebrate the end of our Council Rock chapter. We may not have been able to place every piece of this puzzle, but the image we created is still vivid and one of which we can be proud of. We have to keep our heads up as we look forward to the puzzles we will complete next. Thank you.
Our next graduation speaker will be attending Drexel University next fall. She will be a mechanical engineering major. Please join me in welcoming Lily DeSimone.
To students, teachers, administrators, and parents, I would genuinely love to know if anyone here, but especially my peers, sometimes you think to yourself, adulting? No way. But in reality, that alarm clock has been beeping for some time to tell you to get up and get ready for your future. I'm not saying that you aren't all mature and independent and strong, because you are. It's just that sometimes we need a rather, huge, enormous, gigantic, and did I mention huge, nudge for our future. And if that isn't high school, then I honestly don't know what is. High school is for the purpose of participating in sports and clubs, focusing on academics, and obviously spilling the latest tea at the lunch table, or should I say sharing the latest news instead. These 4 years prepare us to be responsible, intelligent, and kind. I would say perfect, but that only applies to Michael Jordan and Beyonce or J-Lo. I don't know if anyone here knows this, but you learn things in high school other than the Pythagorean theorem, which, by the way, 90% of you won't ever use, how to analyze yet another George Orwell novel, or how to calculate the change in velocity of Susan as she coasts on a skateboard. That answer is 0, by the way. You learn about real life that consists of some not-so-amazing drivers, some days where your workload literally looks like a mountain, and no, that's not an exaggeration. A life where you can't be rid of that alarm clock, the one that you rely on more than you'd be willing to admit. Our alarm clocks are our reminder to look forward to the future. Not everyone here imagines the same future, which is totally fine because not all people dream of attending Zoom University, or for those with elite taste, Google Meet. In the near future, some of us will be attending college, entering the workforce, or joining the military. Listen, what I'm saying is that all of us imagine something different, but no matter where we decide to go, we have to remember our ancestors, orange vocab books, and cafeteria funnel cake fries. We have to remember that high school is our final outside nudge toward the dream that we imagine. So, people, do you know what that means? Yep, that's right. Set those alarm clocks, preferably by yourself, because it's time for some adulting. Don't worry, you'll be perfectly fine. Just look to all the students, administrators, teachers, and parents that have helped you become independent and take your future into your own hands. I mean, you've only been preparing for 13 years, and your journey awaits.
Our final speaker this evening will be attending Princeton University next year, and she will be studying chemical and biological engineering. Please welcome Jessica Wong.
Family, faculty, administrators, and of course, students. Thank you for joining me during one of the final moments of the class of 2020's high school journey. Today, I'd like to start with a word that I learned during high school, quixotic. It means marked by lofty goals or foolishly idealistic, a phrase often used to describe young adults. The word originates from a work of Spanish literature called Don Quixote. Inspired by books about chivalrous knights, Don Quixote travels across Spain in search of grand adventure and the chance to help others. Instead, he is ridiculed by society for being too idealistic, and eventually, he renounces his dream. Now, you may be wondering why I'm rambling about an old Spanish story, but bear with me. Much like Don Quixote's adventures, the class of 2020's journey has been unique and not without challenges. Like Don Quixote, each of us has endured many sleepless nights and put in countless hours of effort, bravely chasing our goals and discovering our own idealistic paths. This year, with COVID-19, our class had a truly unique journey. While we regretfully missed many milestones of senior year, including prom, Disney, and even a traditional graduation ceremony, we have seen consistent resilience and encouragement from our community. We all had to navigate this new journey, but we did so while staying hopeful for the future. So, what does this have to do with Don Quixote? Well, the lesson I want to convey is to follow your passions and better the world, even in the face of a critical and polarizing society. Don't give up like Don Quixote. Now, more than ever, the coronavirus has made it clear that we don't know what the future holds. But whether you are entering college, joining the military, joining the workforce, or more, you must harness Don Quixote's original fervor to chase after your interests, even if the journey is grueling. Although this year was definitely not what we expected, we still have numerous lifelong memories from high school. Whether you have engaged in school events or football games, community service or various clubs, we have all broadened our experiences here at South. I don't think any of us can forget our sophomore year blue, white, and gold night shirts, our Philly-themed winter ball, or the de facto CR South alma mater working for the weekend. We have learned to be courageous, persistent, and curious, to be honest but kind, to be patient, generous, and optimistic. So as we enter the next chapter of our lives, I hope that you will use these experiences as a foundation to forge your own unique path. In short, I hope we become idealists. I hope we will have the quixotic determination that Don Quixote had to explore and advance our communities. And I hope that, unlike Don Quixote, we will never forgo our passions because it seems the world is against us. Maybe some will call us foolish, but we will have dreams and aspirations and the knowledge that there are 495 other Golden Hawks out there passionately pursuing their goals. As famously stated in High School Musical, We're all in this together. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
At this time, we will begin the presentation of our diplomas. Reading the names of this year's graduating class are Mrs. Susan Gormley, Assistant Principal, and Mr. Scott Lair, Principal of the class of 2020.
The distinguished scholars of the class of 2020. Enzo D. Brandani, Distinguished Scholar. Colby Sean Brown, Distinguished Scholar. Ashish A. Cavalli, Distinguished Scholar. Jordan B. Chekhov, Distinguished Scholar. John V. Dasaka, Distinguished Scholar. Brandon Gormley, Distinguished Scholar. Ashley Sky Lackman, Distinguished Scholar. Paul McDonald, Distinguished Scholar. Victoria Sharpaskaya, Distinguished Scholar. Jaitan P. Singh, Distinguished Scholar. Jessica Wong, Distinguished Scholar and Speaker. Benjamin G. Witkowski, Distinguished Scholar.
Class Officers of 2020. Kevin William McNamee, President. Olivia J. Bonomo, Vice President. Alec Shea Robner, Secretary. Quinn M. Sajeski, Treasurer. Krupa Mysore, Public Relations. Ethan R. Handfinger, Public Relations. Paige L. Goldberg, SEB President. Sydney M. Clark, SEB Vice President. Nicholas J. Millivoy, Jr., SAB Senior Class Representative. Luis F. Angleton Sapone, Class Committee. William Henry Mendenhall, Class Committee. Benjamin T. Potts, Class Committee. Erin Marie Murphy, IU Representative. Jayla Eileen Rocco, IU Representative. Alana Rose Wallner, IU Representative. Lily Marie DeSimone, Speaker. The Class of 2020. Ryan Abato Walker.
Robert Abrams.
Carmela Adamo.
Brian James Adams.
Carolyn Vivian Adamski.
Rachel Ann Alcaro.
Zayed Ali.
Malman Hassan Al-Qatani.
Biana T. Alksness.
Grace Sophia Andrews.
Sean D. Armstrong.
Katerina Drennan Alteri.
Marcella Lizette Avila.
Kamran Sheikh Aziz.
Daria Babashkina.
Gabrielle L. Badessa.
Olivia Francis Baez.
Kara A. Bailey.
Aaron C. Banks.
Dylan Alexander Baptiste.
Mary Grace Barber.
Nina Renee Barretts.
Shimon Bartnick.
Amir Bazarbayev.
Alexander Behan.
Christopher Beatty.
Rachel L. Beatty.
Megan Elizabeth Becker.
Joseph P. Belinsky.
Brandon Joseph Bergheyer.
Joshua Daniel Berkowitz. Hannah Binder.
Alina Benuman.
Paige Elizabeth Blacknell.
Bennett Edward Bobrin.
Jovan Boken.
Jacob Bonash.
Alec Justin Borofsky.
Shane Boyle.
Joseph R. Branderbit.
Sean Brightcliffe.
Madison Broadus.
Jaden Brown.
Elissa J. Bolkin.
Noah X. Caldani.
Marcelo A. Cancellari.
Juliana R. Candelaria.
Hudson Can.
Jacob Cantor.
Haley R. Carroll.
Brandon Matthew Casey.
Matthew P. Celeste.
Madison Elise Cerruti.
Alexi Chabin. Catherine Noel Chapman.
Keith C. Charlton Jr.
Robert Ciccarini.
Taylor L. Sayukas.
Ashley Robin Clancy.
Grace Clark.
Molly Elizabeth Clark.
Rivers J. Cleary Gegg.
Tatiana Inez Cleffy.
Robert Klipner IV.
Caitlin Marie Coco.
Michael F. Coleman.
Ian Patrick Conroy.
Jason Costello.
Gabrielle Lynn Courtney.
Jesse T. Crompton.
Liam J. Cromwell.
Abriella S. Crowder.
Aiden M. Crowder.
Aubrey G. Crowder.
Anthony Cuccinata.
Jenna Lynn Culp.
Sarah Elizabeth Daly.
Christina Danyuk.
Joseph Anthony Danko.
Logan Davis.
Shannon Davis.
Trevor Dawson.
Logan R. DeFelice.
Emma Diamond.
Carly Dickel.
Connor James Dickel.
Dean R. DiDomenico.
Gianna L. DeFebo.
Samantha Elizabeth Dina.
Hannah Maya Dirksey.
Rachel K. Dixon.
Lauren Elizabeth Doherty.
Hanlon Joseph Doyle.
Erin Nicole Dunn.
James Vincent Durning.
Michelle Eddowes.
Brooke Victoria Edmonds.
Andy S. Eklund.
Alexia Enash.
Kyle P. Epstein.
Shannon M. Farrell.
Isabella Feeney.
Zachary Feldman.
Morgan Taylor Ferguson.
Shavindu R. Fernando.
Holly Ferrara.
Cole Fisher.
Ryan Ashley Fishman.
Taylor Fight.
Tori Brielle Fight.
Gabriella Leah Flaxman.
Cole R. Flanagan.
Noah M. Fraserman.
Matthew France.
John Lewis Franco.
Ian Friedman.
Dawson Fressis.
Ricardo Fresses.
Byron Duval Friend.
Elizabeth T. Fike.
Michaela Bryn Gallagher.
Michael Galelli.
Gabriella Gannon.
Patrick Gannon.
Madison Garber.
Kyle A. Gartenmeyer.
Olivia Christina Gaudet.
Sean Geary.
Raphael Ladd Gelstein.
Ava Gigliotti.
Gianni James Gilch.
John Joseph Gindel III.
Emma Elizabeth Glosson.
Brooke Avery Goldberg.
Alex Goldman.
Shane Ian Goldman.
Sebastian De Jesus Gomez.
Lucas Gomashvili.
Matthew Zachary Gosman.
Anna H. Grande.
Charles David Granroth.
Mark Anthony Grasso.
Austin Richard Gray.
Anna Louise Griotti.
Megan Elizabeth Green.
Luke William Gregory.
Jared Nathaniel Grinberg.
Jacqueline A. Gringotts.
Samantha E. Groves.
Megan Elizabeth Hannum.
William G. Harrelson.
Ralph Samuel Hartman.
Lucas Haskell.
Olivia Elizabeth House.
Shane K. Highland.
Kennedy Elizabeth Heinrichs.
Molly Rose Held.
Logan J. Helder.
Devin Vaughn Henk.
Jillian Morgan Hetzel.
David Michael Higginson.
Annabelle Faye Hinchliff.
Connor Hiscox.
Slava Halushko.
Nicholas Hafrika.
Gianna Marie Hollister.
Alexandra M. Hopko.
Mitchell J. Howe.
Dylan Hebner.
Lilia Hun.
Jason Imnazi.
Daniel Elijah Jabbar.
Anna Jakubowski.
Kevin X. Jarema.
Alyssa Renee Jeffremal.
Cole J. Jaronis.
Hefzibah Sarah Jerry.
Daniel John.
Alexandra Jones.
Samantha Jones.
Samantha L. Jones.
Weston Lee Jones.
Anastasia Callan.
Mazal Kamenetsky.
Nicole Konevsky.
Ethan D. Kang.
Anthony O. Carey.
Nicole Catherine Carey.
Armani M. Kennedy.
Connor Kennedy.
Justin R. Kennedy.
Adam Ethan Kalin.
Maxim Klovostov.
Marissa Lynn Kilgareth.
Ryan Christian Kurloff.
William R. Cohart.
Daniel Kolesnik.
Sean Richard Colamega.
Michael Koutsaratis.
Anna Kovaleva.
Angelina Marie Krebs.
Grant A. Kremski.
Caitlin Alyssa Krekel.
Jessica Lauren Coleman.
Olivia Charlotte Kurtz.
Jessica Lane.
Lee M. Lang Jr.
Daler D. Latipov.
Haley K. Laub.
Jacob Daniel Louch.
Sydney Julia Lavelle.
Emily Law.
Charlie J. Lavery.
Connor J. Leonis.
Brenna Dorothy Lee.
Kristen S. Lee.
Joshua Levi.
Jordan B. Levin.
Jared Loper.
Matthew Todd Logan.
Carissa May Longmore.
Christian Michael Lopez II.
Dominic A. Lopresti.
Nicole N. Los.
Christopher Anthony Losardo.
Joshua Lukács.
Jana Lukos.
Juliana N. Lupo.
Haley Ludi.
Michael Charles Lux.
Stephanie Diana Luzecki.
Aiden S. Lynn.
Kylie Mackin.
Luke Madron.
Michael G. McGee.
Brett A. Magloff.
Kylie P. Malloy.
Michael J. Marcella.
Samantha A. Marchowski.
Joanna Merritt.
Layla Renee Markman.
Christian Kello Marsan.
Catherine Marsh.
Matthew Dylan Martinez.
Joel Martinovsky.
Amanda Bridget Martinuke.
Scott Matthews.
Rose Maybaum.
Leo Allen Maurer.
India M. Mayo.
Edward John McLean III.
Emily Grace McClister.
Kirsten Olivia McCluskey.
Kyle McCluskey.
Edward Anthony McCorriston.
Nalani G. McDonald.
Matthew Joel McGowan.
Kelsey Elise McGranahan.
Jackson Garcia McKinney.
Jewel Brittany McNellis.
Luke Meekum.
Patrick Joseph Meekum.
Julia L. Mader.
Matthew S. Melly.
Isabella Mendez.
Matthew Mendito.
Allison Merks.
Krista Marlena Mickelson.
Francesca Rose Miller.
Kevin J. Millivoy Jr.
Christopher Matthew Milligan.
Shamar Arkeem Mills.
Michael B. Minkowski.
Lauren Ashley Mitchell.
Emma E. Moran.
Madison L. Morris.
Jack T. Marone.
Olivia Morsberger.
Michelle Jane Moshkienko.
Benjamin Simon Mostoller.
Natalie Marie Moraleva.
David Matthew Mueller.
Owen T. Mulvey.
Molly Ann Murphy.
Luke Murray.
Kaylee Musial.
Emily Grace Myers.
Blake N. Nolte.
Gabriel Neary.
Rachel Bella Nemes.
Jessica Wynn.
Kevin M. Noel Jr.,
Nyla N. Novak,
Skylar D. Nomus,
Diana Nortanova,
Kaylee Ann O'Brien,
Megan O'Brien,
Victoria L. Olevsky,
Anastasia Orchakova,
Emilio James Palante,
Noah Palma,
Olivia Ann Palumbo,
Brendan E. Panchinson,
Alexander Paris,
Julia E. Parisi,
Alexander M. Patrizi,
Paige Elizabeth Pearl,
Dominic Pierce,
Tyler S. Perkins,
Michael D. Perna,
Michael John Perry,
Samantha Peterkins,
Corey James Piasecki,
Christina A. Pierce,
Nicholas M. Pilla,
Rebecca Louise Pimble,
Jessie May Pizzullo,
Biana Polyakov,
Lynette Melanie Polyansky,
Vishnupriya Pothakuchi,
Christina Nicole Crato,
Nellie Joy Christoski,
Hannah M. Prophet,
Ryan Michael Pulaski,
Nicole Purcell,
Kaylin Purpura,
Callista N. Pushman,
Jasmine Rabbiton,
Michael Rabeda IV,
Gabrielle Rose Ravitch,
Jessica Rosalie Rockman,
Zachary Nicholas Ramirez,
Ariana R. Ranieri,
Jacob Redmansky,
John Rebholz,
Matthew Luke Reefer,
Jackson Reiter,
Josh J. Reggie,
Nicholas T. Rhoda,
Caroline Teresa Ridings,
Katie Walsh Riley,
John Dean Rispo,
Samson J. Ritter,
Victoria May Rizzo.
Colin Roche.
Rachel Page Raleigh.
Brent Rosina.
Fallon Amanda Roth.
Lauren D. Rollins.
Julia Rosenfeld.
Jordan Ruback.
Brian Patrick Rue.
Pierce Rusden.
Melina Saka.
Sydney Jacob Sadell.
Maura Ann Salomon.
Gregory Salisbury.
Ian Salisbury.
Morgan Nicole Saltzman.
Antonio Santos.
Francis C. Skinnell.
Casey Ann Shouts.
Bridget Nicole Sheeter.
Madison Schmidt.
Colby Alexander Schnell.
Melissa B. Schultz.
Aaron C. Sherman.
Jonathan Brett Schwartz.
Lucas Schweidler. Christopher Liam Sears.
Jonah M. Sedan.
Jack L. Sigafus.
John Edward Sertikoff.
Brandon D. Serator.
Matthew Vincent Serator.
Rachel L. Serator.
Brandon Tyler Sherwood.
Connor Michael Shields.
Riley N. Shukowski.
Jason J. Schrager Jr.
Emily Marie Schuster.
Maxim Andrei Savinsky.
Maggie Patricia Justed.
Catherine Anna Skilyar.
Christina Skrinick.
Alan Slack.
Chad Andrew Slavinsky.
Jennifer Slivka.
Madison A. Slubowski.
Luca Macado Smalley.
Carly M. Smith.
Octavia Smith.
Russell Smith.
Morgan Ashley Snyder.
David Southworth.
Jessica Renee Sperando.
Thomas C. Spross, Jr.
Rachel Elizabeth Spur.
Chad S. Stein.
Claudia C. Steinmetz.
Michael Stewart.
Jacob Michael Stoltz.
Shane Stoltz.
Jason Strong.
Jordan N. Sweeney.
Natalie J. Swope.
Emily Rose Sipek.
Stephen David Tantillo.
Kyle I. Tarnopolsky.
Gerald K. Tasker.
Rachel E. Titleman.
Marissa Thompson.
Kayla A. Tobin.
Anaya Todd.
Alexander Tolochkov.
Bram S. Topham.
Michael Trojak.
Artem N. Tashanka.
Michael A. Isvilik.
Eric Sippis.
Jack Ulrich.
Austin Van Squike.
Bryce Van Aken.
Violet Verica.
Timothy S. Vickery III.
Sarah Renee Vicko.
Julia M. Vitko.
Timothy L. Wagner.
Danielle Nicole Walters.
Isabella Walters.
Ethan Wan.
Jacob M. Waskowitz.
Kyle Waterman.
Alexa Lynn Watson.
Brooke Mackenzie Weber.
Benjamin Weirstall.
Remy Monique Weil.
Lara Haley Weiner.
Dylan Tyler Westlow.
Jenna D. Wessoff.
Dylan P. Wichterman.
Larissa A. Wigfall.
Daniel Henry Wojciechowski.
Kirsten Wolf.
Kylie Mae Woolishan.
Noelle C. Wood.
Robert Yanowski.
Alexander Yarosevich.
Ella Mae Yates.
Jacob Richard Yoder.
Kimberly A. Zacharias.
Haley Zahal.
Nicholas Michael Zanaris.
Patrick Robert Zawadniak.
Daniel Zabarski.
Christina Zborowski.
Ariella Zelikovich.
Stephen Zhang.
David Tyler Ziegler.
Jessica Zilberman.
Alexander Zilbershot.
Mitchell D. Zilberstein.
Amanda Zimmerman.
Oscar Wiley Zimmerman.
Once again, it is my privilege to introduce Mr. Corey Axler and the South Choir for the singing of Council Rock High School South's alma mater.
O Council Rock, we are behind you. We're behind your glory and your might. We are loyal to your royal standards. We are loyal to your blue and white. In later years we'll come before you, and alma mater dear, you'll know that you'll live through the years, through the joy and through the tears. There will always be our navy blue and white, navy blue and white.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached a very critical juncture in our ceremony. It is indeed my privilege to introduce to you Council Rock's Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Robert Frazier.
All right, thank you, Mr. Funk, and my congratulations to the class of 2020. In just a moment, I'm going to introduce Mr. Ed Selliman, Council Rock School Board Director. Before I do so, it is with enthusiasm that I tell you that the students of the Council Rock High School South class of 2020 have met all of the requirements for graduation set forth by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and by the Council Rock School District Board of School Directors. Mr. Selliman.
Thank you, Dr. Frazier, and good evening, class of 2020 Council Rock South. It is my pleasure to be here this evening. Having met the requirements as set forth by the Board of Directors of the Council Rock School District and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I confer upon each of you a diploma recognizing your graduate status. Please move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left. I now pronounce you graduates of Council Rock High School South. Congratulations.